Hey everyone! Today we're going to talk about a really important concept in economics, opportunity cost. And after that, we'll work through two practical exercises to see how opportunity cost is calculated in different situations. Let's get started. Let's start defining what opportunity cost is. The opportunity cost of obtaining or producing an item, or even of doing something, is what you are giving up. So, to understand this a little better, let's say you decided to go to college to study economics with a scholarship. Even though you're not paying tuition, you still have other monetary costs, like textbooks, transportation, food, and so on. But we also need to consider the opportunity cost of going to college. This opportunity cost is what you're not able to do while you're at school and studying for your classes. What are you giving up to study economics? For example, you're giving up the salary you could be earning in the job market and the free time you'd otherwise have. You've probably heard the famous phrase, "There's no such thing as a free lunch." The opportunity cost is the concept behind this expression. Let's understand the meaning of this expression. Even if you're not paying for your lunch because someone invited you, there's still a cost involved, the cost of being there. And that's the opportunity cost. While you're having lunch with the person that invited you, you're giving up the chance to do other things. So that's the cost of having lunch even though you are not paying the bill. In sum, when all monetary costs are covered, you still have to take into account what you're giving up. Now that we understand the concept of opportunity cost, let's work through two exercises to practice it. One from Krugman and Wells' textbook, and the other from Mankiw's textbook. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to help us grow. Let's start with this exercise, adapted from Krugman and Wells. Liza needs to buy a textbook for her next economics class. The price at the college bookstore is $65. One online site offers it for $55. Let's call it Site 1. And another site offers it for $57. Let's call it Site 2. All prices already include tax. The table below shows the shipping costs for textbooks bought online. Let's start with letter A. What is the opportunity cost of buying online instead of at the bookstore? The opportunity cost of buying online is what you give up to get it online. So it will be the shipping charges, the cost of the time spent waiting for the book to arrive, and the price difference. The online price minus the bookstore price. Yes, we need to take into account how much she saved or paid more by buying online. Now let's answer letter B. Show the relevant choices for this student. What determines which of these options the student will choose? Since the book price is higher at Site 2 and the shipping costs are the same at both sites, it doesn't make sense for Liza to buy from Site 2. Now let's compare the bookstore price with the final price at Site 1. The bookstore price is $65 and the price at Site 1 is $55. So the final price at Site 1 is $3.99 plus $55, a total of $58.99 for standard shipping. $8.98 plus $55, a total of $63.98 for second-day air shipping, and $13.98 plus $55, a total of $68.98 for next-day air shipping. Looking at these final prices, it doesn't make sense to buy the textbook using next-day air shipping because Liza can get the book today at the bookstore for $65, $3.98 less. On the other hand, buying online using standard shipping or second-day air shipping is cheaper than buying at the bookstore. If the cost of waiting for the book is zero, it's better to buy the book online. As the cost of waiting for the book increases, the more likely Liza is to buy the book from the bookstore. So, final price and cost of waiting are key factors in deciding which is the best option. Now let's practice with an exercise from Mankiw's book. Maria can read 20 pages of economics in an hour and 50 pages of sociology in an hour. What's the opportunity cost for Maria of reading 100 pages of sociology? Let's start by figuring out how many hours it takes Maria to read 100 pages of sociology. If Maria reads 50 pages an hour, in 2 hours she'll read 50 times 2, 100 pages. so she takes 2 hours to read those 100 pages. So, by spending 2 hours studying sociology, she's giving up 2 hours of studying economics. How many pages of economics does she read in 2 hours? If she reads 20 pages of economics an hour, in 2 hours, she'd read 20 times 2, which is 40 pages. Then, to read 100 pages of sociology, Maria is giving up reading 40 pages of economics. Then, to read 100 pages of sociology, Maria is giving up reading 40 pages of economics. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you know when new videos are posted.